Hi there. I'm on my way, I'm making it. I've got to make it show, yeah. So much larger than life.
Hello, this is Charles M. Carter here, and I plan on using the next few minutes to discuss how I plan on using Twitter to solve a problem. Namely, my lousy social network. Like the old saying goes, sometimes it is not what you know, but who you know. Taking this into account, I plan on using Twitter to increase my overall profile and build my social network. Throughout most of my life, I've been a person who was usually ahead of trends. I could see them coming, would embrace them before other people did, and then get mad after said trend matured and everyone else seemed to be jumping on the proverbial bandwagon. The trend, be it music, fashion, a TV show, etc., was no longer special to me because of its newfound popularity. In recent years, I think that my frustration with the seemingly constant repetition of the aforementioned situation, and perhaps just a little bit of growing older as well, has caused me to start ignoring trends in order to avoid future aggravation. With my Facebook account, for example, I've been very selective with who I become friends with. Frankly, there are just not too many people I care to associate with these days, and I have always been somewhat of a private person. As someone once told me, you don't like people knowing your business. Actually, this person used a certain four-letter word in place of the term business, but I digress. Something happened recently, however, that made me think that I may be looking at things the wrong way. You see, I had the pleasure of meeting a very successful businessman from South Carolina not long ago. One of the things I remember him saying was that people used to consider their home and their car as their biggest assets, but they aren't anymore. Your home and your car cost you money. Nowadays, he continued, your biggest asset is your social network. This got me thinking, maybe I am looking at social networking the wrong way. Perhaps, instead of looking at it as something I have to do just because it is expected and everybody else is doing it, I should be embracing it as a tool to promote myself both socially and professionally. After all, I am single and without steady work at the moment, so I could use some promotion. This same businessman told me that successful people get ahead of trends. Rather than letting my previously mentioned natural knack for getting ahead of trends aggravate me, I could be using it to my advantage. After all, I have always been somewhat of a charismatic person. Twitter could be the perfect soapbox for me to use for self-promotion. As far as barriers are concerned, I think that the biggest one will just be making myself stand out. After all, there are a lot of people on Twitter. And, admittedly, I am a bit of a latecomer. See, that's one trend I didn't get ahead of. Why should people care about me? In order to overcome this barrier, I think I'm going to have to start being a little less modest, a bit more outgoing. This is kind of against my nature. I was raised to look upon modesty as a good quality. Furthermore, I've always had a bit of a natural disdain for braggarts. Unfortunately, though, it seems like in today's world, more than ever, possessing modesty is almost a liability. The squeaky wheel gets the grease, as they say. In keeping with this, it is going to be a challenge to not cross the line from confident and proud to cocky and arrogant. For instance, if I managed to get an A in this class, I could go on Twitter and tweet something to the effect of, "Looks like my hard work paid off. I got an A in Web 2.0! Exclamation point. This, I think, comes across as confident and proud. A more arrogant, though admittedly a bit exaggeratedly so, way of saying this same thing would be something like, "That's right, handsome and smart, got an A. Was there ever any doubt?" So, in conclusion, I have decided to start embracing social networking, and Twitter in particular, as a tool for self-promotion. To ignore it, I think, would just be handicapping myself in this modern Web 2.0 world. This is Charles Carter. Thanks for listening.
Hi there.